Yo, what's going on, guys? Rez here. Haven't done a video in a long time. And I was just messing around on Steam, and I happened to find a game demo, so I figured, let's do it. So, this game's called The Lawyer. I have no idea what it is. I watched a brief trailer, but we're gonna get into it together. So, yeah, let's do this. Hopefully, it lets me use my controller though.
Hello, my name is Mark Ferry. I'm an attorney at law. Are you here to take a closer look at my everyday duties? Well, you should have seen my last case. Remember this poor woman found dead in her bathtub? That was intense. I'm sorry, that wasn't very sensitive of me. Still, the case was huge and got on the media too. Heard about that? Yes? No? My point is, we're in the middle of a slow season. At least I am. Like there aren't any crimes during summer. What nonsense. But first, I'd like to introduce our extremely reliable, irreplaceable secretary, Miss Podnick. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Ferry. There was a phone call from the court. They wanted to talk with you.
A phone call from the court? Did they state their business?
Yes, they requested you take a case as a public defender.
A public defender? What did you tell them?
I was confused a bit and told them that you are a private attorney, but they claimed that you're on the list.
Well, I guess I am.
I'm sorry, I don't follow.
Well, it was a long time ago. I tried public defense after completing my degree. You know, wanted to do something for the community, for people economically underprivileged.
But you haven't taken any case as a public defender since I started working here, have you?
That's true. I took some of these cases at the beginning of my career, and at some point I ended up here in my dad's office. So when they were calling me from the court, I turned them down once, then for the second time.
I understand.
I thought I'd sent my resignation.
She's disappointed.
Well, it seems I'm still on it.
I told the court that you'd give the answer as soon as possible. Shall I make a call and tell them about your refusal?
No, tell them I accept.
I'm sorry.
I'm serious. I thought I'd have a lot of work after the red bathtub case, but I was wrong. I need to occupy myself with another case.
I understand, but maybe you'd like me to at least check what this case is about?
Please do. I can take any case now.
Of course. I'll let the court know about your
Okay.
decision and ask for more details then.
Excellent. I'll be around.
Man, handle one big case, and I can handle anything. All right, let me use my controller, please. Please. Oh.
Hello. This is the Ferry and Sonneberg office. I'm calling back on behalf of Mr. Mark Ferry. Yes, he agreed to represent
right.
the client. Yes, I'll wait.
Okay, we might be able
Yes,
to do this.
I'm here.
Just-
Do you have our fax number? Mm-hmm. Of course. Thank you. Have a nice day. Goodbye.
So I might be a little, like, bad at the controls. 'Cause I
Mr. Ferry,
don't really use the
could you
keyboard
come here,
much.
please?
Alright, now she wants me. Let me look around a little bit, though. Sorry, I'm gonna have to keep looking down at the keyboard.
Mr. Ferry, could you come here, please?
Alright, what? It must be a bad case.
I talked with the court. Here are the documents. Please check the nature of the case. One of the pages is the letter of acceptance. You need to sign it, and then I'll fax it back. Or you can send it from your office if you prefer.
No need to wait.
Okay, we just
Thank you,
click.
Mrs. Potnick. I'll pick it up on my way out.
Inventory of fine items. Some of them documents which you can analyze to obtain valuable clues. Open the inventory and view a document. This will open the item in the focus mode, which you can perform various actions depending on the nature of the item. I opens inventory. Okay, so I. Can't view that. We can view this.
Okay. What do we have here?
Alright, so People versus Owen Williams. Full name of the defendant, Owen Williams. Date of birth, 21/03/1967. African American. He's married. Taxi driver and a courier. Anyways, Mr. Owen Williams is accused of violation of 21 U.S. Code 812, prohibited actions described in 841, 842, and 843, as well as violation of Criminal Code RSC 1985, C Section C46, 467.11. He remains in detention as he hasn't paid the bail. We informed that the public defender, Mr. Percy Morgan, has recently passed away, thus there is an urgent need for nomination of a new attorney. Because of this, the trial has to be postponed until the new defender is appointed. The prosecutor's office, represented by Mr. Ryland Jackson, will continue to work on the case unchanged. Sincerely, Edward Harris, Chief District Clerk, Southern District of the City. Sorry, reading is butchered. But, alright, so. Check the documents, find the prosecutor. What is this one? So is this my office? Can we, like, do anything? Do I have to talk to her again? There, that. Probably leave. Probably what's up. Probably gotta go. Got offices. Must be a whole firm. Not like a private office type thing. WC. Alright. See if we can get out of here.
Haven't done yet.
You haven't done yet. What haven't done yet? Didn't say the prosecutor.
Wow.
Oh, we click on stuff. Okay, so that's
Participation
how we
in
get
an organized
information.
Criminal group? What have I gotten myself into? The previous public attorney has passed away, so the court urgently needed another lawyer. They found me.
Okay, so is that it for that? Just doesn't let me click on stuff. See? I mean, there's nothing to click in here. Oh, that's cool. We could have read it straight off the page like this. It'd have been even worse if I'd read it like that, trust me. Okay. So check received documents. That's, I mean, unless these are the received documents. Lady, come back here. Okay.
I haven't done yet.
I haven't done yet. Hmm. I don't know, boys. I don't know. Unless it's like one of the things that's on your desk. Not on my desk. Back to the paper. How about the DA? No. Okay. Text. Select pieces of text that you think might contain useful information. Every new piece or information will impact in-game choices and options. Okay, so is there something within?
Raylan
Yep.
Jackson.
Okay. All right, we're
Ruthless
figuring it
and
out.
ambitious.
Figuring it out.
Won't be easy with this guy. I should call the DA's office to schedule the meeting.
Okay, so that yeah, office. So telephone. Can I use my phone? Or rather use the main phone? Or what's the deal here? Main phone. Okay. Any phone. How about that phone? Or do I tell you to do it? Telephone at Mark's office. This should be my office, correct? Seems like the main shebang. Guess it's not my office. Probably like a head honcho. This my office? We didn't get to establish which office was mine because, you know, she needed me right away. Is this the office? I would hope not. There's no phone. Is this my office? Oh, this is my office. Okay. So I don't get the big luxury office. I get the office in the back, in the corner. Phone. Okay. All right.
District Attorney's Office.
Hello, this is Mark Ferry. I'm calling from the Ferry and Sonnenberg office. I'd like to make an appointment with Mr. Raylan Jackson.
The purpose of your visit, sir?
I want to speak with Mr. Jackson about the case DS35789 and to receive an access to gathered evidence and other case-related information. I'm representing the defendant.
One moment, please.
I just put him on the phone.
Mr. Ferry?
I'm here.
Thank you for your patience. The prosecutor will meet you today. He's available from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Please come anytime. Oh, and please take any document which confirms your identity, of course.
Thank you very much. I'll be there. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Oh, okay. All right, let's go meet this guy. Oh, that's not where we go. You know what? I'm gonna close all these doors. Leave my office door open. That way I don't get confused again.
Ms. Potnick, I'm leaving. I need my letter of acceptance back.
Of course. Good luck with your case, Mr. Ferry.
Thanks. I'll see you later.
Detention center. Yep.
Hectic as usual, no matter if it's summer holiday or any other season.
Hectic. There's like 10 people in here.
I can't let you through before I see the pass, sir. Thank you.
Reality. What were you gonna do? Nothing. Not a dang thing. Alright. Sorry. Enough trolling. Enough trolling. Look, you're just standing behind the. There's not even any bars or nothing. Okay, sorry. Getting distracted. Where's the DA? No. You know who I'm looking for? No. Alright, one of the many doors.
Come in.
Oh, no shot we picked the first.
Good
No
day, Mr.
shot we
Jackson.
picked the right door.
Mr. Ferry,
First try.
welcome. I was a bit surprised that you still take cases as a public defense attorney.
Nah, I needed a change.
Really? So now you decided to help a drug dealer and a gangster? I guess you know how it'll probably end, aren't you? And for what? The difference between a public defender's and a private attorney's salaries is beyond comparison. So my question is, why bother?
Come on, are you cross-examining me? Besides, he's innocent before pled guilty, right?
Yeah,
Good
for
one.
pled guilty, not
Point
proven.
taken.
Pled,
Never mind. Let's
pled.
proceed.
Sorry, I keep looking over here because um my screen I see everything like levels and recording on's over here, and the camera's right here. So I get a little confused around it.
Have you talked to your client yet?
Nope,
No, not yet.
no reason to
I'm
lie.
gonna go visit him after our meeting and checking the evidence.
I'm flattered. You did well visiting me in the first place. There's one thing I'd like to discuss with you, but before that, let's go to the evidence room.
I got
I have some
questions.
questions first.
I have something to talk over with you, too. But maybe we examine the evidence first?
Maybe you just answer my questions first, then we can go do all that.
All right.
All
Let's
right,
go
no,
then.
we'll just go. No, that's cool. Yep, let's go.
The evidence room's around here. It's the one with the windowed wall.
So he says, "Let's go look at evidence," and he's just gonna stay sit. Okay, yeah, you go ahead. You sit in your damn office. I'll find this windowed room. The only windowed room was over here. Oh, I guess we're talking about this one.
This is
Fade
it.
to black.
Drugs, pictures taken at the spot, statements, and the police report. The last one won't be introduced in the court.
Because of hearsay? So the man who arrested my client will testify in the court?
That's correct.
There isn't really a lot of it.
Indeed. Your client was caught during a police operation to take down one of the gangs operating in the area. Do you want me to briefly explain the situation?
Let me turn this level up a little bit. Yeah, let me get
Yes,
your
please.
perspective.
I want to know both perspectives.
Right. Mr. Williams is in his mid-20s. He has a wife and a small kid. He works as an independent taxi driver and a courier.
Independent. Is he self-employed?
Yes, a friendly guy from the neighborhood who can drive you anywhere you want or deliver things directly and faster than UPD, Delex, or other postal services.
Man, UPD always dropping the ball.
So, how did he get himself into, as you claim, criminal activities presented in charges?
2 months ago, Owen was hired by Robin Smith, also known as RS, one of the leaders of the Southside Snakes, a drug-dealing gang working in the area. The defendant was asked to deliver a certain package, and he agreed to it. They met in the tenement house where Robin resided. The whole block had already been under surveillance back then, and the police waited for any good occasion to enter. When your client left the area with the package, the assault group entered the building and secured a significant quantity of drugs. Meanwhile, Mr. Williams was followed by Detective Roberts. He wanted to find out who was going to be the recipient of the package. Unfortunately, Mr. Williams was stopped on his way by a police patrol, presumably for running a red light. Fearing that the intervention would scare Williams away, Roberts decided to cancel the action and arrest the defendant on the spot. Of course, a package filled with narcotics was found in the passenger seat.
Did he resist?
As far as I know, he didn't. And of course he played dumb. That he didn't know what was in the package, nor he knew he was doing errands for a gang.
Maybe he really didn't know.
Oh, please. He's either really stupid or a good actor. Do you think the jury will buy this story? I really doubt that.
No, but I'm sure they'll buy the story of a cop arresting somebody on site without any kind of explanation.
We'll see. Can I work with the evidence now?
Feel free. I'll be in my office. Stop by when you finish. You might have some more questions.
Yeah, good. Oh, what do we got?
So that was the statement presented by my client in the presence of the previous attorney.
My mouse. There it is. Analyze. Oh boy, it's a lot of reading. Okay, Sorry, I'm gonna try to do my best to not butcher this. I don't read these kind of things much. I, Owen Williams, hereby state that I am innocent of the given charges that is possession and distribution of illegal substances and being a part of a criminal organization. My association with Mr. Robin Smith was purely incidental. I was hired to pick up a package in his house in Southside and deliver it to Mr. Jack Taylor in Northside. Mr. Smith called a day beforehand on the 7th of June and asked to come the next morning. That was the first time I spoke with him. I'm a professional driver and courier. Known in the neighborhood, I also have my ad in a phone book. I do not know possible mutual friends. None of them were mentioned by him, so I suspect he knew my phone number from the book. I arrived at Smith's around 11:30. That was my first time there. When I got to the door, an unknown man opened the door and told me to come inside. It turned out it wasn't Smith. There were 3 people in the living room, including the man who opened the door. One of them stepped forward, greeted me, and introduced himself as Robin Smith. He told me about the package, but not about its contents. The package was a duffel bag. When I grabbed it, it didn't feel heavy. Smith told me, take the bag to Jack Taylor as fast as possible as we agreed on the phone. He paid me up front for the express delivery service. I asked only if the package is fragile. I thought based on weight there might be something made of glass that could be easily broken. Smith denied. I had no idea who the other people were. They looked kinda intimidating and remained silent during the talk. I didn't see any guns on them or in the room. Mr. Smith is also polite to me, so I didn't expect any trouble. After I got out of the place, I wanted to go directly to Mr. Taylor. I was in a bit of a hurry because I wanted to earn more money for today and do other errands. I put the bag in the front passenger seat and drove away. When I crossed the bridge and got to the Crossroad Bridge intersection, I ran the red light. I thought I could make it when they were still yellow. I didn't have to wait long for the consequences. Unlikely. There was a police patrol who witnessed my action and pulled me over. I was angry because I knew I would lose all the money I was going to earn for the ticket. I was cooperative with patrol police officers. I had my ID and other documents, but they didn't ask me to leave the car. Suddenly another car appeared and an unknown man in a white shirt got out. He showed his badge and introduced himself as Detective Roberts. He immediately asked me to open the duffel bag. His voice was aggressive, and it seemed the other patrol officers didn't know what was going on. I did as he said. I was shocked because I found a bag of cocaine inside of it. I became anxious and felt it was a setup. I was arrested on the spot. I could scream something in emotions like I didn't know, or something like that. I was taken by the patrol, and Detective Roberts stayed there with the bag in my car. I repeat, I'm innocent. I had no idea about the contents of the bag. I wasn't distributing them. I was just delivering a package from one client to another. I couldn't also be a part of the criminal organization. I didn't know Mr. Smith or any of his other associates. I was treated by the police as a potential suspect, not a witness. I was at the wrong place at the wrong time. That's all I have to say. Okay, so now we gotta see if there's evidence in it. So now we gotta go through the lines. See here. There probably isn't anything in here as far as evidence, because it's just a testimony. But make sure. Yeah, we seem okay. Let's pick that up. Back. Okay, so maybe that's all that. Alright.
Well, that's the police report written by the officer who detained Williams. Let's take a look.
Let's see. Analyze. Probably gonna be a whole lot more, huh? Okay. On July 8th, 1992, around 11:40, the unknown suspect, who turned out later to be Mr. Owen Williams, was seen during a police operation, code RTV M23, to crack down a drug gang called Southside Snakes. Mr. Williams entered the house of the main suspect, Robin Smith, who was under surveillance and remained there for 5 to 10 minutes. Afterward, he left the house carrying a new object, a duffel bag. The commander of the operation, Commissioner Francis Wright, ordered me to follow the suspect because we believed he was transporting illegal drugs. There was a chance that the suspect would meet another key character of the operation. Jack Taylor, Mr. Williams, was driving his car, the model stated in the report, towards Northside when he suddenly ran the red light. That should be, not the right light. When he suddenly ran the red light at the crossroads, the incident was spotted by the police patrol. When decided to stop the car, I stepped in during the control because of the risk that Mr. Williams would panic and try to escape from the scene. Mr. Williams seemed to be surprised and anxious. I spotted the duffel bag on the front passenger seat and asked the driver to open it. He did as I said. When it turned that the bag was filled with significant amount of white powder in smaller plastic bags, he became aggressive. He was arrested on the spot and taken into custody by the police officers from the patrol. The bag was secured by technicians called to the scene, and the car was towed to the TCPD No. 2 parking lot for further investigation. Signed, Andrew Roberts. And then we'll get into this here. There's a couple of spots here like this.
The officer admitted that Owen Williams didn't resist during the search of the car, but started to get nervous when drugs were discovered.
Okay, that's all there for that. On July 8th, 1992, in the morning, we were doing a routine patrol in the southern part of the north side. Around 11:35, we spotted a yellow sedan that ran the red light. We decided to stop the car to give a fine. The driver was a young adult, around 25, black. We started the whole procedure, and the driver didn't resist. Suddenly, another car appeared next to us. The unknown man turned out to be Detective Andrew Roberts. The stop driver looked quite anxious when he spotted the detective. Detective Roberts asked him to open the duffel bag that was on the passenger's front seat. The man did it, and we spotted unidentified narcotics inside. We unholstered our service pistols and ordered the man to get out of the car with his hands in the air. The man used aggressive language toward us, but didn't use physical force. Detective Roberts ordered us to handcuff him, take him to the precinct. The arrest time was between 11:40 and 11:45. The arrested man remained silent during our way to the station, and he refused to talk until he received a public defender. Signed, Matthew Rivers, Jonathan Ellman. So, there's nothing else in this part here. We got what we needed here. So, said he became aggressive. So I can pick this up. Okay. Oh,
That's
right.
one piece of evidence. Seems the packaged cocaine was transported in this bag. Can I learn something more about it?
I would love to learn more about it. Zipper? I mean, ain't much you can really learn off a duffel bag. I mean, it's a bag, closed, to carry stuff. Sure, they emptied it. Their own personal agendas, but we won't talk about that. So that's really all I got with that. Should I rotate this around because I can pick it up? There. Here.
This is the key evidence. This
Ah,
package with a significant
that's a
amount
brick.
of cocaine sent my client behind bars for quite a long time. Somebody's opened the package. Was it Mr. Williams?
Somebody took a taste. That's what they did. They were trying to make sure that wasn't
Maybe it was the
drywall.
police. Or maybe it was damaged from the beginning. I should find the answers in the police report.
That wasn't damaged from the beginning. They're trying to make sure it wasn't some drywall. Plaster. Trying to make sure they got that good. Let me stop. Can we pick this stuff up yet? No, analyze. Alright. So that's still the statement. What do we got? Talk to, yeah, I figured. Okay, so now we gotta talk to this guy again, ask our questions to him. I'll do the courtesy and close the door. Alright.
Mark Ferry, did you learn everything you needed from the evidence?
I did
Seems
not,
so,
but I
I
learned a
still have some
lot.
questions before I go to my client and listen to his version of events.
Of course you do. Before you ask your questions and go, there's one more thing we need to discuss.
And
This guy.
Look, we are rivals at the court, but the courtroom is not a place for a cockfight. I'm there to fight for justice, and I don't want to play tug of war. You know what I mean?
you're offering a plea bargain.
That's correct.
I'm a little surprised. That early.
It's not early at all. You're not his first attorney. The death of Mr. Morrigan slowed the whole procedure. I'm just accelerating things.
All right then. You have my attention.
Owen Williams made a foolish mistake. There's no doubt about it.
Just listen to the background for a minute. You hear how they actually put detail in the. It's only a demo, but you hear they have other, like, lawyers or prosecutors, whatever this office is, talking to other people. And it just kind of stopped, but. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I can hear that. Here, let me. There, it's all the way up now. I have the volume like all the way up. The slider. Anyways, we'll continue on to this. It's just I just happened to catch that while this guy was talking here. It's all these background conversations. So nice. So if foolish mistake, there's no doubt about it. We all make
We all make
mistakes.
errors.
And because of that foolishness, I don't think he's part of the gang. He's a small fry. A trial is a waste of time, and I'd rather avoid spending our resources in this case. We have bigger fish, one of the leaders, and a few real-time gangsters. I want to focus on them.
So, drop the charges then. Why bother?
They don't ever just drop the charges. They can't lose. They can't fall flat on their back like that.
It's not that simple.
Ah, yeah.
Drug possession is a serious felony. We're at war against narcotics as a society. Remember?
Want to catch the bigger guy, but ain't willing to let the little guy off the hook.
But he didn't even know what he was transporting.
You can't prove it. Do you think the jury is going to believe in that?
Fingerprint the zipper.
It depends. Maybe this gangster could testify that Williams didn't know about the contents of the bag.
Please, be sensible. You have no idea what this guy's capable of. Maybe he'd help you, or maybe he'd choose to incriminate him too. There's no need. We can end this without going to the court.
So what are you proposing?
We'll drop the charges of being part of a criminal organization and drug distribution. As for drug possession, he'll get 1 year in prison, including time he's already served in the detention center, or pay a $3,000 fine. That's all I can guarantee without chopping my head off.
Thank you. Your offer looks really generous. I'll pass it to my client.
Of course. You said you have some additional questions, right?
Can you tell me more about the circumstances of the arrest?
Everything is in the report. Have you read it?
This guy.
That's not really helpful.
Because I don't really have anything more to add. The guy had a tail since he'd left Smith's house with the package. Then the police stopped Williams for some petty reason, and Detective Roberts intervened. Jackson didn't resist, but he became anxious when they discovered the cocaine.
Oh,
No
yeah.
surprise. I would be too.
Man, I'd be fucking shitting bricks. Yeah, I'd be going nuts. Just carrying a package for somebody, doing my little side business thing, and I get popped, and it's a whole bag of coke. Stashing bricks on me. Man, yeah, I'm freaking out when the cops get a hold of that. Because who's going down? Me. Me, man.
Anxious? Maybe surprised?
It doesn't matter, really.
It does matter.
It could matter if he really didn't know about the drugs.
He could fake his reaction. Let's leave that subject. It doesn't lead us anywhere. Do you have any more questions or topics to discuss?
I'll give him one more chance.
Williams had another lawyer. What happened to him?
He passed away.
What happened?
We know that.
Cancer. Why?
I was just curious about who
And
was
keep it low
representing
key.
Mr. Williams.
I don't want to give this guy too much. After all, I gotta be battling him in the
Well,
court.
Mr. Morgan was a very good public defender. He can negotiate very good terms with the prosecution, but his performance at the court was also exceptional. Unfortunately, before I offered him a plea bargain, he'd already been taken to the hospital. Then he passed away, and the court had to find a new defender. You.
Me. Y'all forgot. I'm him.
Thanks. I didn't know that. Can you tell me more about this gang which the police took down?
The South Side Snakes. Mostly street thugs pushing drugs and extorting small local businesses. Leeches.
Leeches.
If they're small fish, then how did they get so much cocaine?
Obviously, we have a much bigger player who's a supplier and has access to drug production means. Taking this gang down was the first step in our ongoing investigation. We hope the leaders will spill the beans.
Anything else?
Your client had contact with one of the leaders, Robin Smith, and his henchmen. They're the guys who gave your bird cocaine to deliver to another key person, Jack Taylor. But Owen Williams never got to his place because he'd been arrested by Officer Andrew Roberts.
Those guys seem to be my key witnesses.
Maybe, but all of them were killed during the police action.
What? All of them are dead?
We wanted to capture them alive, but they refused to lay down their weapons. Only Jack Taylor survived, and right now, he's our key witness in the case, who can lead us to their employers.
So, maybe this guy knows about Williams.
Do you even listen to me? He's our key witness in a much bigger case, Ferry. Don't drag him to the court. You'll endanger both him and the investigation.
Do me a favor while I try to pin your guy down for all of this. Yeah, okay. What we got? Do you a favor, leave him out of the court, but I need the testimony of the threat. I'm talking, of course. Nah, dog. Nah. He's going on my
No
witness
deal.
list.
I'm going to put him on my witness list.
I'm really disappointed.
You can
Have
be
to go with it.
disappointed, bro. You can be disappointed. I don't care.
Is it that all?
Yeah, that's all. Just know, man. We're going to the battlefield about this one. Alright. Back to Ferry and Songbird. He's like, not opening. He's off. Nah, I can't open. Okay. Bless you, whoever just sneezed. I heard that. Oh, please. Where are we going? You've done the investigation when advanced. Next step, which is trial. You can call it a day. Back. Letter of acceptance. All this goody stuff. Escape? Oh, it was escape the whole time. I am so sorry. Okay. Don't worry. We'll fix that in editing. I literally I literally walked around forever. Call today. Yeah. City Court. Here we go.
All rise. Department 2 of the Superior Court is now in session. Judge Theodore Robinson presiding. Please be seated.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The court is now in session. Calling the case of the people of the state versus Mr. Owen Williams. Are both sides ready?
Ready for the people, Your Honor.
Ready for the defense, Your Honor.
Will the bailiff please swear in the jury?
Will the jury please stand and raise your right hand? Do each of you swear that you will fairly try the evidence before this court, and that you will return a true verdict according to the evidence and the instructions of the court? So help you God? Please say, I do.
I do.
I do.
You may be seated.
We will now hear the opening statement from the prosecution.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you're here to decide the fate of the defendant who has been charged with the crime of possessing over 2 pounds of cocaine for dealing and distribution purposes, as well as taking part in organized crime. The defendant has been caught red-handed by the police during a secret operation to crack down the gang. He met the gang members and picked up the bag with drugs and tried to deliver it to another criminal, Mr. Jack Taylor, one of the leaders of the gang. The defendant then was stopped by the police patrol for running the lights, but he was also followed by Detective Andrew Roberts for the whole time. He's the one who decided to enter the scene and arrest the suspect. The police indeed found a bag containing the drugs, which was the direct purpose of arresting on the spot. The evidence and testimonies I present will prove to you that the defendant is guilty as charged.
Thank you, counsel. Let's hear the defense's opening statement.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor and ladies and gentlemen of the jury, under the law, my client is presumed innocent until proven guilty. You've already heard serious accusations against my client, Mr. Owen Williams. You can understand that Mr. Williams is a crook working for a criminal organization. The fact is, he's a humble taxi driver and a courier. That day, he was just doing his regular job and got a call from one of his many clients to deliver a package. Unfortunately, it turned out that his employer was a member of a gang. And what's more, the police planned that day to end the criminal activity of that group. Mr. Williams was extremely unlucky. He didn't know who he was working for, nor did he know the contents of the package. During this trial, you'll hear no real evidence against my client to prove charges of that caliber. My client is not guilty, and I'll prove it.
Prosecution may call its first witness.
Thank you, Your Honor.
What a
The
banger
prosecution
opening
calls
statement.
Detective Andrew Roberts from TCPD, Gang and Narcotics Division.
Name and surname.
Andrew Roberts.
Please raise your hand and repeat after me. I, Andrew Roberts,
I, Andrew Roberts, do solemnly, sincerely, and truly declare and affirm that the evidence I shall give to the court in this case shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
You've been through
I've
this
been
before.
here many times. I remember the oath by heart.
He even said
Detective
it.
Andrew Roberts, I remind you that you are at the court and there are procedures here. Please treat the officials with respect and speak when you are asked to. Is that clear?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
I guess Mr. Detective is a hothead, or maybe he's flexible when it comes to formalities. Wonder if I can use that.
Mr. Roberts, please state your profession.
I'm a detective in TCPD, Gangs and Narcotics Division.
How are you related to the case?
I was the one who arrested Mr. Williams.
Why did you arrest the defendant?
He was transporting a bag of cocaine,
How much?
around 2 pounds,
What's the street value of that amount?
over $185,000.
Did
Dang.
the defendant operate that much drugs on his own or on behalf of a criminal organization?
All right, time to step in and spoil the party.
Oh boy. Objection time. Objection. Command is a basic and vital tool in every attorney's arsenal. The other person's evidence, testimony, or question shouldn't be acknowledged by the court. They might clearly harm your case. You can raise an objection. If raised, the judge then decides whether it should be sustained, thus the evidence is discarded or overruled. The evidence will be accepted. Try to oppose the prosecution's question. Oh boy. Objection.
Your Honor. The question not only calls for speculation, but is also leading.
Sustained. Please stick with the rules of evidence, counsel.
Done. Gone. Threw it out. Just like that. Properly used objection lowers harm to your case and jury's trust. To the prosecutor, be aware if your objection is overruled, you will lose the jury's favor too. There's no limit to objections which the attorney can make during the trial. However, abusing this command too often in improper situations might disrupt court's proceedings, anger the judge. Sorry, I had to laugh. Anger the judge and will surely affect your report with the court, including the jury. It can even lead to a situation in which your next properly used objection won't be taken seriously by the judge, even if it had solid ground. So you're just saying, man, you don't even know what you're doing. You're just in here screaming objection at everything. You get out of here. No, there'll be an active pause after each question. If you decide to move on, you won't be able to raise objection to the question later. Yeah, of course. Leading and suggesting. So remember, leading and suggesting questions aren't allowed in direct examination. So basically, okay, so really you gotta pay attention.
How did you know he was transporting the drugs?
To be honest, I wasn't sure.
Please explain.
I love I can just scream it.
Mr. Williams happened to appear in the area under surveillance. You see, we were in the middle of an operation to crack down a drug gang called Southside Snakes. We were observing two houses belonging to the two key figures, Robin Smith and Jack Taylor. The two houses are located in two different parts of the city, so there were two surveilling teams observing suspects at the same time.
And the defendant?
He approached Robin Smith's house, located in Southside. It was morning. Mr. Williams came there by car. He entered the building and left it after a few minutes. He was holding a bag. He got into a car and drove away.
Who did he talk inside the house to?
I don't know, but we knew there were at least 3 people there, all related to the gang, including Robin Smith himself.
What happened next?
I was asked by Commanding Officer, Commissioner Francis Wright, to follow the man because he was probably going to another suspect, Mr. Taylor. In the meantime, the first squad in Southside decided to enter to neutralize suspects.
You arrested the defendant before he reached the destination. Why?
He ran the traffic lights, and the local patrol stopped him. I was worried that they would scare him away, so I decided to step in.
A patrol? How big was it?
2 police officers.
Did you arrest the defendant on the spot?
No, I asked him to open the bag first, the one he took from Smith's.
What was...
Objection, Your Honor. This goes nowhere.
Overruled.
Oh,
I
sorry.
was agitated.
I was trying
What
to.
was coming
I was
up.
trying to fight that because he lied.
I got this.
See, this is what I was trying to do, and I just did it early, I guess. During direct examination, you can object not only to the prosecution's question, but also give testimony and react to Robert's words. Okay, yeah, so.
Objection, Your Honor. The witness is speculating.
Sustained.
There we
The
go.
court will remove the part which suggests the reason why the defendant was acting as described.
See, I
Please
knew.
Continue, counsel.
I knew something was wrong. That's why I called for it, because I read that. It said that he was arrested on the spot. He said, no, he didn't arrest, so it was a lie. I was trying to fight that, but I was wrong, but I was right, too. So, God, I gotta look here. I keep looking there. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'll get better at it. From now on, you can raise an objection, also testimony. During direct examination, cross-examination, use it wisely because improper use might cost you the jury's rapport. The proper use, on the other hand, can reward you, yes. So we basically know this. So basically, what I just was trying to do.
That's a big lie. I wasn't agitated. I remained calm until I saw the cocaine inside the bag.
We'll get there.
Detective Roberts, where was the bag?
in the front passenger seat, but one of the officers claimed the defendant wanted to hide it behind it.
What was inside the bag?
Play it cool.
Cocaine.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have no further questions. I would like to submit pieces of evidence from number 1 to number 5, the duffel bag, bag of cocaine, the pictures taken on the spot after arresting the defendant, and the complete list of other police officers' statements from the patrol which were witnesses of the arrest. The list covers statements of 2 police officers who were at the time of arrest and 4 other detectives who claim they saw the defendants entering Robin Smith's house and then leaving with the presented evidence.
Thank you, counsel. Would the defense object to any pieces of evidence?
No, Your Honor.
During the full version of the game, you have an opportunity to question the protest evidence. Ah, man, come on.
Does the defense
Put
wish
that
to
in the
ask
demo.
any questions to the witness?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you so much for playing the demo. Ah, you're gonna cut us off mid-trial, bro? Well, okay. So I'm gonna keep an eye out for this game, and we'll pick it up. But so that was the lawyer. It honestly locked me in. It locked me right in, right there in the court scene. I mean, I kept leaning in further and further to my screen because I was locked into that. I was kind of determined to get that guy proven. You know what I mean? And that's kind of why I hit that objection early like I did. I just was feeling it. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. This is different for me to do. I usually do a lot of Call of Duty stuff, but I've been wanting to do something like this for a while, so yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully this can be something I can start doing. It's hard for me to find games, low-key. If there's something you guys like, just put it down below. I'll check it out. Start doing more of this stuff. But hope you guys enjoyed it for now. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe. Rez out.